Hi, my name is Mike Faust. I'm with ReMax Alliance Group, and we're here today with Brian with Pro-Spect and our client, and we're going to be doing a walkthrough inspection on this house. The house was built in 1988. It is a 3-2, beautiful neighborhood up in Palm Harbor, and we just kind of want to demonstrate what a walkthrough inspection looks like. So, Brian, can you lead us?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Michael was saying, with a walkthrough consultation, what we're doing is we're walking with the client as well as the realtor. And as you're showing the home and seeing it for the first time, we've done a little bit of homework ahead of time. We look at permits, we look and see what's been replaced, and then we kind of give you life expectancies, just things to look for, things that might change the different intricacies of the deal, just so you have them a heads up ahead of time and you kind of know what you're looking at. So one of the first things we see here is this clay tile roof, which is a beautiful roof. It's been replaced 5 years ago in 2018. So you got at least 35 years left life on a roof like this. If you want to follow me around, we'll go take a look at the air conditioner system.
That is one thing that's a major concern, is the roof. And, because of getting insurance, having a hard time getting insurance with this, with that many years, no problem at all.
Right.
Insurance company's going to love you.
Another thing we're going to look at is, so we're going to look at the tonnage of this and the age of this. So this is a Frigidaire made by Nordyne. It's a 4-ton system, and it was manufactured in 2012. So we're right on 11 years. I'm getting close to the halfway through the life expectancy. We say air conditioner systems 15 to 20 years easily in Florida. You can get 20 years out of them as long as you maintain them, get them maintenance from time to time. Another thing I noticed as we were walking around, you have these Centricon bait systems down here. So this is a termite prevention system, and what it is they put these bait stations, usually a Terminex or one of those type companies, every 8 to 10 feet around the structure, and that helps prevent termites from entering the structure.
Yeah, that's another issue here in Florida. Because of all the moisture, we do have termite issues.
Right, yeah. The Southeast, especially Florida, we like to say either you've got termites, you've had them, or you're going to get them.
Exactly.
You just want to have preventive maintenance like that to help you with it. Another thing about this house is it's got a beautiful pool. We'll probably take a look at that in a minute, but I came around and looked at the pool system. We like to look at this stuff when we're doing a walk and talk consultation, just kind of give you ages, life expectancy. So this is a nice variable speed pump. It's 1.65 horsepower at max. It's fairly new. I think it was 2021 when I looked at it. So it's been replaced recently. So again, you've got good life left on that pool pump. You know when you're going to make the purchase of the offer, this pool pump's going to last you. One thing I will say, and this was probably before they replaced the roof, this used to have a heated solar panel system. That's what this control box goes to. That's what this pipe used to go to. When they put the new roof on, they probably made the decision we don't want to utilize that anymore. But you still have the ability to tie into that if you wanted to add a solar panel system for your pool. You could do a solar heater.
Well, that's nice to know.
Yep. And that's the kind of things that a walk and talk consultation will give you, is sometimes just a little bit more of the intricacies that we might notice that you wouldn't pick up as a homeowner, and sometimes even as a realtor just looking at it for the first time. Another thing I noticed as I'm walking around is you have the bolts here for the hurricane shutter system. So it looks like they probably have some sort of shutter system that you can pull these caps off. You slide the shutter on, you tighten the bolts down. So these windows all do have shutters, probably in the garage somewhere, being stored away until they need them. And then lastly, one of the things I noticed when I was out here, so they've had a propane tank either added to this house. Usually that means either they wanted propane like gas appliances or a propane fireplace. So when we get inside, we'll take a look and we'll see what kind of propane appliances they might have. They also went ahead and kept some extra tiles when they had their roof replaced, which is great. Again, that allows them to be able to replace certain tiles whenever they have issues, and they're just storing them back here.
Oh, going this way.
Lastly, the one thing I did notice, so they don't have hurricane shutter systems for these upper windows, which isn't a make or break issue. We just like to point that out when they're going to get a 4-point or a wind mitigation inspection. It will just say the lowest level that they have. So even though they have some type of shutter systems involved, they won't have them for all windows, which is fairly common in Florida.
One of the things we might want to make a note of is that can really bring your home value down is flying a Kansas City Chiefs flag in your yard.
Especially here in the Tampa market, right?
Yes.
We won't count off points for that this time. So if you want to follow me inside.
Awesome.
While we're in here, we're just going to kind of turn on some of the appliances. We're going to check out how well they work. And again, you're just getting a general overview of what you have. So you're looking at it, microwave. We always check the oven, make sure nothing's in it before we turn it on. You only make that mistake once as a home inspector. So we'll kind of sometimes switch some of these on just to see them start to glow red so that we see that the stove is actually working. You can feel heat already starting to build up in there. We'll turn that off. Just doing the finger test, that's a very exact measurement.
Yeah.
That's hot water. So you're getting hot water. Obviously someone's living here, so you know the fridge and the stuff's going to be working, but we just peek open, make sure it's all in good shape. Kitchen looks good. Same thing in the laundry room here. We're looking at this hot water heater system. So this was replaced in 2019. It's a 40-gallon electric system. So 2019 is definitely going to give you another 12, 15 years of life left on it. Hot water heaters, we say they last 12 to 15 years. This one's, well, it's 3 years into it. So, you know, maybe 10 to 12. They've got a nice basin, wash basin in the laundry room. And then as well as, I'm not going to test their appliances because I got clothes in there, but washer and dryers don't always convey, so it's not as important, but they've got them. Laundry room looks good. We're looking at, you know, the lights, making sure they all work. We see that's the propane was brought in for a propane fire or a gas fire, so they got a nice fireplace. Here we can start to see the pool. We'll step out onto the dock, or the, sorry, not the dock, but the pool deck.
The deck, yeah.
So pool looks to be in pretty good shape. It's a Marcite finish or a Gunite. We're looking at the tiling, making sure you don't have really big cracks in it. Making sure that the water level appears to be in the right condition. They've got a pool cleaner in here. It's got drains. It's got a light, a step on this side as well as on the shallow. Nice little pool. Very beautiful sitting area out here. And,
lots of privacy. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, lots of privacy for this pool. And again, if you wanted to add a heater to it, you could easily put a solar one or just have a electric heater out back to kind of use it 11 months out of the year versus 8. You get a good couple extra months out of it. As we're walking through, we're looking for safety items such as smoke detectors. We see those here. You see they have a security system. We'll go ahead and we'll peek in one of the bathrooms here. We're doing kind of the same thing. We're just a general overall. What I'm doing here is I'm testing the actual connection of the, here, I'll turn that off so you can hear. Testing how well the toilet's actually connected to the towel. You don't want a loose toilet because that can make that ring break under there. That was a very secure connection, so everything looks good there. Shower turns on. We'll come into this master bedroom real quick. Sorry, Michael. We're looking just again at the windows. They have nice windows, doors heading out to the pool. Same thing, bathroom in here. testing that sturdy to the base.
A lot of people probably don't realize why you turn the water on. You're looking for water pressure is one of the things you're looking for, correct?
Yep, and then when we get done, we'll come under here and we'll take a look and we'll see if there's actually anything dripping, leaks, loose, and that's how we can kind of just do a quick plumbing check of all the plumbing while we're here. It's a very good point. As we get to this last bedroom, just kind of poking in here. So we see they have the metal windows, probably original to the house, I would say. Very typical style of those late 80s built houses. Still seem to work. Locks seem to be in good place. But during a walk-in talk consultation, we would go through the whole house. We would test all the windows, making sure they all work, operate, that all the locks work correctly on them. And kind of let Michael go from there and just talk about anything else in the house that he might see or want to point out.
Brian, I don't think we talked about this earlier. Tell the folks about your walk and talk inspection. A lot of people, if they're listing their house, really should get a pre-listing inspection. But if they don't want to go pay for the full-blown inspection, that's what this is about.
Absolutely. And what we'll do is we would walk with the homeowner just like this, and we'll be pointing out things that another home inspector is going to come in and look for, so that if there's something that they want to repair on the front end side, let's say it's something as simple as changing out their air filters, replacing all the bad light bulbs, that kind of stuff just makes the home not only show better, right, when you're listing it, but it presents itself better to a home inspector as well.
And much easier it builds confidence in the buyer.
Right.
It makes it a lot easier to sell.
Right. When they see 5 or 10 little nitpicky things on a home inspection versus a very clean report with just 1 or 2, it makes, like you said, that confidence in that buyer of, okay, they took care of the little things like light bulbs and air filters. And if they want to get ahead of a big item, let's see, we find a leaky faucet. Hey, let's fix that now before you list it. It's going to make it show and sell so much better.
Absolutely. It's incredibly important. It'll really help in